Hey guys, how are you? It's Dana here with DIY Lotus, and I am hoping that you guys are having a really good week. I am going to do my July recap and my August budget for the first all-in-one video today because it is literally all spent. I have been having the week from hell, the last 3 weeks basically from hell. So here, let's get into it so I don't hit you guys. Don't know why that's there. So this was my budget. Yeah. Okay, so this was my budget for July that I wanted to stick to, and I was doing really good at first. The first 2 weeks was like, or the first week actually, was pretty good. Let's see. There we go. It was pretty good, and then there was an emergency that happened, and it threw everything out of whack. So I have to do this slightly different today. So basically, my electric got paid, which was $60. The first week I spent around $80 on gas. I'm skipping this one. I'm just gonna put an E there for emergency. My phone, I spent $52 for that. Savings, I did back to school shopping for my son, which was $200 budget. My eating out, I'm gonna put as an E. My cable, I did pay. It was $120. Let's see. My house. Wait, it says food. Oh my god, I spend so much on food, but I'm just gonna put food plus emergency. Let's see. My house, I'm gonna put emergency because I was just borrowing from all these envelopes. My pets, I bought them the cheapest thing that I could find, which was $8. The pool money was spent for emergency. The gym was $45. Amazon, which comes out, was $14. My medication was, oops, let's see. Medication is, I'm gonna put it down as the emergency because I didn't pick it up, and I have a remaining $5 in my bank account. Actually, it was like $5.43, but I always like either round up or round down. I'm just putting 5. So this is what it ended up looking like at the end, and I'm gonna have to highlight these as I drop it because I don't know how to hold the marker. So what ended up happening is on Thursday, like I was doing good the first week. In the second week, my daughter ended up going into the emergency room as I worked for only 2 hours. And I ended up like having to take her into the ER. We were there all day, and then she got transferred to like Junction, which is 2 hours away from my job. And so we were down there. We had to drive down there. Every time I go down there, it takes a lot of money. I was there so many times. We had to do like visitations, because they only have like certain times for visitations. They have certain times like that you can go in there. I had to drive all the way down there to fill out paperwork for her. She is okay. She is home. But it ended up throwing my budget way off because I had to drive all the way down there. I was there all the time. Like, it was ridiculous. It was like just run in, grab something to eat, run out, see her, do what I have to do. So in the future, I have to build a sinking fund for this, because even though I don't want it to happen again, it might. You never know what's gonna happen. So in the end, I ended up spending so much money. Let me see. 60 plus 80, 52, 200, 120, 8, 45. I'm just adding it all up. 14 and 5. So and it's 993. So I ended up spending a lot of money. Oh my god. Let me see real quick. 557 it said. So 993 to 557 on my bills and all the stuff. I ended up spending $436 on this emergency situation. For gas, for food. I did like buy food for my house and stuff, but for gas, for food, for driving 2 hours every day back and forth, 2 hours there, 2 hours back. Like, it was crazy. Well, I should say an hour back, because I live between Junction and Glenwood. So yeah, my daughter is fine. It's just that I did not account for this emergency, and so it ended up costing me a lot of money and throwing my budget out of like whack. It was insane. So emergency. So yeah, so my daughter comes home after being in the hospital for a week. And then I get paid that same day. And then all of a sudden everything goes to shit again. So, let's see. And I will have to tell you about that in my August one, which I didn't even set up for the August one. So I'm just going to throw one together right now. That Thursday, go to her appointment on Friday morning, go to work, and then a huge mudslide happened in Glenwood. So everybody was stuck there, every single person. So it rained for like 20 minutes around like noon. It rained, but the rain came down really hard. And so, they had, I don't know, long pause. So they had put out like a warning saying like, hey, we have to close the highway. We have a huge mudslide in the canyon, and basically no one can get through. The mud is quickly rising. So give us like 2-3 hours and we will go ahead and let everybody across. We just have to get CDOT in there. So around 2 o'clock, the police department put out a notice on Facebook again saying, hey, it's taking longer than expected. Give us 2 to 4 hours and we will get all of this done for you. You can cross in the canyon. It should all be cleaned up. Okay, so I get out at 7 o'clock. At 7. And sometimes like I stay till like 7:30 or whatever, depending on who I'm working with. So 7 o'clock, Still no answer. Everybody's starting to panic. I couldn't even leave work because everybody was running in and they were like, we're diabetics, we're trapped here, we don't know what to do, we need insulin now, it's an emergency, you know, I have someone with dementia who has to take their medicine now, I need you to get us their medicine. So I ended up staying until 8 o'clock, and then once 8 o'clock rolled around and the pharmacy closes, I get a call from my boss and his wife, who happens to be my friend, and they were like, hey, we're at Village Inn. So I drive over there, and they had my kids, because, God, my kids were with me at work. We ended up going out like to eat or whatever, still waiting for it, and it never got better. So we're like, what do we do? Like, where do we go? So one of my coworkers used to live in Glenwood, and she was selling her house, and it was like in a pending state. So like technically it was, I guess it was sold, but they were still pending. They were just waiting for like the final paperwork and stuff. And she was like, hey, like, I still have access to this house, everybody should crash here. So that's basically what was the beginning of my August story. Can't wait to see what else is gonna happen this month, but because like I said, everything comes in threes for me. But I did do my lovely budget. But yeah, here is that awkward transition into my previous video. Like, afford to live there anymore. And so, if it wasn't for them being like, hey, you know, everybody can come and crash it. Seriously, there was like 7 coworkers there, plus my kids, because remember, I do bring my kids with me now, because I don't want them like making more of a mess of my house, eating everything in one sitting, you know, all that good stuff. So I ended up, thank God I had my kids with me, because they were at the library when all this stuff happened, and I sent someone to like go and get them. Like, my boss actually drove to the library and went and got them, because all the roads were like crazy. But it was just this huge emergency that like none of us could have predicted, none of us, you know, were prepared for. We're just running around trying to find food, trying to find anything, and everybody was acting like it was the end of the world. Like, oh my God, what do we do? From Glenwood to Aspen, I guess it's like an hour drive, something like that, hour and a half drive. There was absolutely no hotels, none. They were telling people like that you couldn't go into the country to try to find other ways around because you were going to get stuck. The powers were out. There was no cell phone service up there. The roads are slippery. They're expecting more rock slides, more mudslides. It was pretty bad, like pretty bad. So we ended up just being stuck up there. And like every dime that I had made just the day before, less than 24 hours before, like, it got spent. I have enough for my rent, thank God, and my water bill, and enough for gas to get me through, and that is it. My check was $10.99. Right, my rent was $5.71. My water bill this month is $124. Right, I have my food budget for the next 2 weeks is $20. My gas for the next 2 weeks is going to be $100, and this gives me a remainder of $3. And the emergency situation, I might have spelled that wrong, but that's okay. I spent $138. So I did the day before when I had picked up my daughter, I had bought food. I'm gonna put spent, and this was before this, so this is what I have left over. This is what I already spent, and I had spent $85, and I had spent on gas $48 to get home. And then this, my boss is gonna be late, or my boss is gonna be back because I'm gonna be super late right now. $100, 338. Oh yeah, because my Netflix came out. Because it comes out automatically. And that was $10. And so I have absolutely $0 left over because of this emergency situation. I cannot pay my car insurance. I cannot pay anything because the things that are most important are my rent and my water bill. And like I've said before, if I don't pay my water with my rent, then it's considered late, and it's $75 every day after the 3rd. So yeah, this is what the next 2 weeks is gonna look like for me. It's not gonna be fun with my emergency jar money savings. I had to use this $100 because of everything that was going on, and so I no longer have that. I no longer have that money. This is all I have left from my envelopes for $2. $2. I have whatever change this is. And then this is like a really quick one since I'm still working on my budget. I'm gonna put this aside. And I'm gonna do the saddest little envelope thing ever. So basically, let's see. I'm just gonna take 2 of these because all I have left is I have food, and then I have a gas envelope, and I have, what was it? I already forgot what I budgeted. So I have, oh, I need another one. Sorry. I have 100. Right, and this $100 is going to be for gas money, and then this $20 is going to be for food, and then this is just my remaining, which I'm going to put in here, because what am I going to do with $3? I can't really do anything with $3. So there's that one, and then there's this one. So I don't know how, but I'm gonna make this $20 left. And then this is my gas money, and what I have left over from there you know, I'm gonna definitely save, because now I definitely have to start doing sinking funds, because no one expected to be stranded out there. And if I didn't have my kids, I don't know what I would have done, because I can't just like walk across like this huge interstate that's covered by mud, basically covered by mud. I'm wondering if I can find the video. But yeah, it's sad, it's true. This is my reality for this month. Or not this month, but until I get paid again on the 8th, then I'll be able to figure it all out, see where I'm going from there. And I hope you guys have a really good week. Next 2 weeks. I hope that you guys just, no emergencies come up for you, and if they do, that you're completely prepared for them. Let's see. So I don't know if you could see it, but this also is happening. And the cops were just like, you can't go through there, you can't do anything. So everything was, it was crazy, but it happened, and now we're over it. Hope you guys have a good week, okay? I know I'm kind of like rambling on, but I do that sometimes. But yeah, just stay with me, because we're going places, literally going crazy. But you know what? It's a place. We're gonna do this. Have a good week. Bye.